When did you realize your family never wanted you? My parents started talking about my college fund the day I entered kindergarten. Every time I brought home a report card, my mom would hold it up like it was gold. My dad would pat my head and say, just keep getting these grades, we'll take care of the money part. When I once asked to see the fund, they brushed me off, saying kids shouldn't worry about grown-up things. Then they turned back to helping my brother with his homework, while I figured mine out alone. My brother got into Yale, and my parents threw a big party. My dad gave this long speech about how proud he was to write $60,000 checks every year. My sister chose Georgetown, and my mom framed the acceptance letter. She bragged to anyone who'd listen that they were paying in full. Cash only, no loans. Then came my brother's wedding. My parents rented out an entire resort for the weekend. My mom beamed, saying $70,000 was nothing compared to her son's happiness. When my sister said she wanted a wedding in Italy, my parents put down deposits for a $100,000 celebration within a week, calling it their special gift. That same month, they helped my brother with a down payment on a new house. Meanwhile, I was super gluing my shoes back together. When I showed my mom, she just said, "We all have to make sacrifices." When I worried out loud about paying for college, my dad laughed, squeezed my shoulder, and said, "Your money is separate, so stop asking. Just keep your grades up." By April of senior year, I got into my dream school. I ran downstairs waving the acceptance letter, but my parents didn't look up from their phones until I said I needed $2,000 for the deposit. My mom slowly set her mug down, my dad folded his newspaper, and finally they said, "Well, sweetie, the stock market had some problems. You know how investments go." For 3 days, I begged for answers while they brushed me off. At last, my mom sighed, opened her laptop, and showed me my so-called college fund. $100, untouched since birth. I snapped a picture of the screen. I ended up at a state school with emergency aid. That December, I decided to call them out at Christmas dinner, when they'd surely brag about paying for my education. And just like I thought, they started talking about how expensive college was, and how they were covering everything for me. I stood up and showed the photos on my phone. The empty account, $100 after 18 years. The room went quiet. My mom's face drained, but my dad quickly jumped in. "We wanted her to learn independence, that's why we didn't save." Relatives nodded like it was genius. My aunt even said it was clever. They turned my proof into some kind of brilliant parenting strategy. My siblings just stared at their plates, finally understanding why I never came home. 3 years later, at graduation, my parents claimed they couldn't attend because of a golf tournament. But they still made sure everyone knew how much my education supposedly cost, as if they'd paid for it. I walked across the stage with my roommate's family and my work manager cheering me on. They were the ones who actually helped me survive. 2 years after that, once I had a steady job, my dad texted me. "Need money for retirement since you're so good with finances." No, hello. No, how are you? I texted back a photo of my diploma. Self-made. Thanks. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.